Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python and Pandas tutorial series. In this video, we will discuss about two important concepts in Python that are enumerate function and zip function. The enumerate function can be used on any of the list or any iterable, and whenever it is used, it assigns a counter to that and it transforms the iterable into a sequence where each element from that iterable is paired with some index and the index is started from 0 by default. And additionally, we can convert that into a list of tuples also forming with index and item from that iterable. And we use a function called list for that. And the syntax of enumerate is enumerate and you need to provide your iterable, maybe a list, and you may or may not give the index. You skip giving that, the start index will be defaulted to 0. And here we have two parameters. One is iterable. This is the object that supports iteration, and the start is the index value which is defaulted to 0 as we discussed. And we also have one more function called zip. So zip actually combines multiple iterables. So whenever you have multiple lists, maybe names of students and ages of students, and you want to combine those lists, and I want to get student 1 age 1, student 2 age 2, student 3 age 3, like that. So in that case we have two lists and we want to combine those two lists. So two iterables, we can use zip function for that. And remember, you can use any number of iterables to combine. So zip will be combining multiple iterables into a single iterator of tuples. So we will get tuples out of the zip function. And each tuple contains elements from the input iterables at the same position. So if you have multiple iterables provided to zip function, all the zeroth index items or the first items will be clubbed together and the second items will be clubbed together and so on. So all the items at the same positions will be clubbed together. And in fact, zip function actually returns a lazy iterator, meaning it is not going to create a list immediately. It will just create an object, and whenever we call some next function on the iterator, it will just get us so it saves some memory, and that can be converted into a list using the list function and by passing the iterable which is actually received out of zip function, and that is the moment when the actual list is created in the memory. And if you encounter a scenario where you are passing iterables that are unequal lengths, one list has maybe 3 items, other has 5 items in that, so zip will continue only till the number of elements in the smallest iterable. So it stops zipping once the shortest iterable is exhausted. And syntax is zip of any number of iterables you have. Let us see some examples for enumerate function and zip function. Open Visual Studio Code and create a new file called enumeratordemo.py. In this, let us take some list, maybe fruits again, fruits equal to list of fruits, apple, banana, and maybe kiwi. So we have a list here. Now we will be iterating that list using enumerate function so that we will be getting both index and the element. So for I comma fruit in enumerate of fruits, so we will be passing our fruits list to enumerate function, and we just print, and let us prepare a formatted string, and we mention like this is the index. So index is I, and in that index we have this fruit. That's all. So now actually this is the enumerate function syntax or code. And finally, we just need to convert this into a list if required, or we just see this running, clear the output and Python space enumerate demo. You can see index 0 is apple and index 1 is banana and index 2 is kiwi, and we never initiated I with 0 and we never told I to be incremented one by one. So it got the index automatically, and because we did not pass the start index, it defaulted to 0 and it started from 0. If you want, you can convert this to list and print that as well. So print list of just enumerate rows, because we never saved this enumerate this one, right? You run this, you see you got the list of tuples as we discussed: 0 apple, 1 banana, and 2 kiwi. Now let us see how can we customize the start index. It is as simple as putting the start index over here. And similarly, to make the list also, we will put that as 1 so that the index will start from, I am not clearing the output, 1 now. See, now index 1 is apple, 2 is banana, 3 is kiwi. So this is the customized index. And let us see some example for zip function. Okay, so for that, let us create a new file demo.py. So here, as we discussed, why we use zip function is to combine multiple iterables, or let us take two lists, maybe students, or maybe, okay, I'll go with students equal to Raja, Ramesh, Mohan. So we have three students over here, and I have ages list, and in that I store different ages, maybe 38, 39, 40. And I want to create a a new iterable combining these two, like Raja to be combined with 38, Ramesh to be combined with 39, Mohan to be combined with 40. How can we do that? Means simply we will be zipping that and passing students as well as ages. If you remember the list of iterables to be provided for the zip, so it will be returning something and we will save that in result. So now the zipped form is in result. So till now we have the result, that's all. So we did not create any list out of that. If you want to get the complete list, you can do by list of your result. And if you run this, you will see instead of enum demo, you see Raja is combined with 38, Ramesh with 39, Mohan with 40. And as we discussed, if we have more ages here, so it stops combining once the shorter list is exhausted, which is students. And if we have only two elements in ages, save it and run it, you see Raja 38 and Ramesh 39, because shorter list is ages. But this is how we work with zip function. So zip is actually used to combine two lists here, and we got result out of that and we converted that to list. And similarly, we can unzip the values, means reversing the operation of zip. How can we do that? Means I will create two lists again now. Maybe like out of this, I just want to make two lists, S1 comma A1. So in S1 I will be saving the list of student names, and in A1 I will be saving the list of ages. And just call the same function but preceded by star symbol, and the zip form you have is list of tuples, list of result. And if you print a1, you will see that. So I'm not printing this, clear and run this. See, you got two lists now. One is the name of the students and the ages of the students, two different lists. So this is how zip and unzip worked. So this is about enumerate and zip functions in Python. Just to recap, the enumerate function assigns a counter to each item in a list or any iterable, and it transforms the iterable into a sequence where each element is paired with index. you are not passing any start index to the enumerate function, it will be defaulted to 0. And additionally, we can convert the list or convert the enumerate result into a list by calling the list function, and it will return list of tuples. And coming to zip, whenever you have multiple iterables and you want to combine those, you can use zip, and it will be created as a single iterator of tuples. And each tuple contains the elements from both iterables or all the iterables that are passed to zip, and the elements from the same position will be picked. And we saw zip returns a lazy iterator, meaning values are generated on demand but are not created into the memory immediately. When we convert that to a list of tuples, then the actual object will be created in memory. And if the length of the iterables are different, then zip function stops combining or creating tuples when the shorter list is or shorter iterable is exhausted. This is about enumerate and zip in Python. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.